Hey, Nick Milivoy from Premier Guitar here. I'm at NAMM 2024 in Anaheim, California. I'm hanging at the Godin booth with Mario. Mario just played this new thin line model with some gold foil pickups. I'm excited to hear all about it. Take us away, Mario.
Yeah, so a couple of years back, actually probably more like 10 years ago, we had the Fifth Avenue series. As you know, we're acoustic guitar makers. We also make electric guitars. And Robert Godin at the time came up with a Fifth Avenue archtop guitar with wild cherry, and it really had a lot of punch. It sounded great. It was a very successful model for us. Simon Godin recently took that design and with a little bit of a different shape, what we call our concert hall shape, and he made a thin line version of it, completely hollow. It's an archtop, and we have a couple of different versions. This one's got an ebony fingerboard, a couple of Lawler gold foils, and really comfortable to play, super light. It's got a silver leaf maple neck, wild cherry, Canadian wild cherry body, and all made in Canada, and just new for the show.
Yeah, I noticed when I picked it up as we were getting ready, it's really lightweight. It was noticeable.
Yeah, I think, and also another thing with this model, what I noticed at the show is like so many different types of players are picking it up. So, you get some really rock guys that feel at home, because the neck is so fast and easy to play, and it sounds good, overdriven. And then you'll get some guys that are playing some beautiful, clean type of George Benson type stuff that feel at home with it too. So I think it's one of those guitars that can cross over, and it'll fill in different styles. And that's what we like about it. We kind of thought that was going to be the case, but it was nice to see what kind of musicians were gravitating towards the Fifth Avenue tin line.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the gold foils are a cool addition.
Yeah, we've always liked them. We use them on our single cut solid bodies, and we always liked the way they sound, and we tried them in this guitar, and it was like a perfect fit.
Yeah. I just want to mention the headstock design too. I really like that.
Yeah, so once again, Simon Godin, he was fooling around with some pickguards and stuff, and we have some acoustic guitars that we use some pickguard material on the headstock just to give it a little punch. And he was just fooling around one day and came up with this kind of Art Deco-y type of vibe. We went with our original classic Godin logo, which was the original logo that we used like 52 years ago or so. And we thought it looked cool and went for it.
Awesome. Well, can we hear a little bit more of this before we switch to the other guitar?
It can definitely, hold its own in the rock and roll kind of thing, but it's very articulate.
Yeah.
You can hear every note. So, it's really versatile. And the notes just kind of come out and bloom like effortlessly. So it's great, and we can clean it up, and it sounds warmer and a little bit more jazzy, let's say. But I think it sits well in that in-between space, And I was playing with my fingers, so you don't lose that top end, But with a So I love it. I haven't had much time to play with it. We had a bunch of prototypes at the office, but it's one of those things that the more you play it, it kind of grows on you, because the body shape and everything is so comfortable. It's so balanced. And we're really having a good time and really happy that people are digging it too.
Awesome. All right, so now we've switched models. And tell us about the differences. I can point out a couple differences, but I'd love for you to.
So this guitar features our own Godin Kingpin P90s. Maybe I'm biased, but I absolutely love these pickups, and always loved the P90. It works with this guitar fantastically. I think there's some of that, mid-range growl that maybe for example, the one we just tried, it's a little bit smoother, a little bit more polite, let's say. And this one's a little bit more snarky, a little bit more, arrogant, let's say. And I know it sounds weird, but you kind of feel it, like even on the clean tone, you got this nice mid. That's the neck.
Yeah.
Then you get a little bit more bite in the middle. And you still got, what you need in the bridge. But there's some sort of, I don't know, it's perfectly imperfect in a way, but I mean that in a good way, where the pickup is, it's very responsive. So you can have a lot of fun just finding and dialing it in with the volume, and just kind of like it cleans up nicely. It's a little darker, but in the bridge you get what you need in terms of that brightness.
There's still plenty of bite.
Yeah, exactly. You're not losing that. It's a very dynamic pickup.
Yeah.
And so again, this is part of the Fifth Avenue series. One of the cool things about both of the guitars we were just trying out is that we're using a Tusk bridge, a Tusk saddle here. So it's made by Graphtec, and it's great because it's a really dense material, so you get a lot of sustain. You're not losing it, and we use a regular, tunematic bridge. So what happens is that you're not, cutting into, the intonation's perfect, and we just think it's a super cool guitar, again, for many different styles, and love the P90s, and that's this one, as a matter of fact, is along with the one we tried out before, is new for this year. I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but
what's the pricing on these?
So we have this one at $12.99, and this was with the P90s, and then we have the Lawler Gold Foil version that's at $18.99 with the burst finish back and sides. Yeah.
And they're both out now?
Yeah, they're out. They'll be out at the end of the month, or actually into February.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think it's worth mentioning what amp we're playing through. It sounds really great through this amp.
Sure.
What are we hearing?
We also came out with an Alex Lifeson signature model, and this is his personal, amp, and Lerxst is his nickname, and so we're going through a Lerxst Chi amp. Just a great amp. We've been having a blast. We're sharing a booth with those guys, and they're super cool, and it's great to have a great amp to demo our guitars with, All
right, well, on the way out, let's hear that again. This was Mario from Godin. I'm Nick Millivoy from Premier Guitar.